Hey, what's going on guys, I'm Silent Core and welcome back to my Red Dead news series, your source for all the latest news and updates. So Rockstar made a bit of a subtle hint at what the next major updates into Red Dead Online will be, and give us a hint at what the next roles they will be adding into the game. And as far as I've seen, there's not been any other YouTubers talk about this one yet, so I think you guys are going to really enjoy this. So this hint was made in one of their Newswire articles. It was basically their celebratory post where they talked about a lot of their milestones they reached in Grand Theft Auto Online and Red Dead Online, with the last few updates for those games providing the biggest ever player numbers for their games ever, breaking their records. Now if we scroll all the way down in this Newswire article, you'll see a section called Coming Soon. And in this section, Rockstar actually announced one of their next updates into Grand Theft Auto Online, which is an open wheel racing series. And in the sentence below that, they say, as we have hinted in the past, the worlds of Red Dead Online will also continue to grow in 2020 as we expand the concept of frontier pursuits with additional roles, new missions, and many significant updates to come. Now at first glance, this sentence might seem just a wee bit generic and doesn't really give us much. However, as you can see, hinted at is actually hyperlinked. And if you go ahead and click that, it's going to take you to a VG247 article where Rockstar did an interview with this outlet way back in September. Now you might be wondering, well, why are Rockstar linking us to an interview that was literally done over 4 months ago? Well, inside of this interview, Rockstar actually confirms what their plans are for the next 3 roles after the original 3. So obviously the original 3 were the Trader, the Bounty Hunter and the Collector, and this article was posted at the release of those 3 roles at a time where we didn't know anything about Moonshiners and that update wasn't even announced yet. This was just posted at the release of these 3 roles. And to prove this to you guys, I'm going to show you how they discussed the expansion of the Trader role, which we now know is the Moonshine role, which is basically the second stage of the Trader business. In this interview, Rockstar literally said they want to expand on all 3 of these base roles. So Rockstar plans to keep adding to this experience, both building on these roles we've already been given and adding some more, along with new features, missions and surprises, but all while ensuring there's a clear through line. We don't want the player to feel too overwhelmed too quickly, so from their first day all the way to, say, the latest update, we want to make sure there's progression there for every player. We don't want to leave anything behind. We'll continue to look to add to the roles in the future, like we've done with the legendary bounties we've just released for the Bounty Hunter. Little things, even new collections, and then we'll add new roles as well. Now the interesting thing about this article is Rockstar literally discussed what the expansion for each of these 3 roles would look like. So first of all, the Trader role expansion, which we now know is the Moonshiners update. In this quote they said the Trader role, which currently allows players to turn in animal carcasses at their camp, which an NPC converts into produce. Once you have enough produce, you can take part in supply runs to generate money. This role is the first step on the business ladder Rockstar has planned. More opportunities are coming in later updates to expand your empire. Now obviously, without announcing that this would be the Moonshiners update, they explained how they planned to take players out of their camp and get a new business location with kind of like a storefront. And we now know that storefront has become our speakeasy. So obviously, since that has all come true, it just goes to show how accurate this interview was, and obviously they're still linking to it in their latest Newswire article, so these expansions are still relevant. When discussing the Bounty Hunter expansion, they stated, when planning future roles and other content, we think about the world in key areas: exploration, capitalism, wildlife and nature, pastimes, and bounty hunting style activities, which are an offshoot of the law, depending on how honourably you play. We love the idea that at some point a highly ranked bounty hunter could become a lawman. So far the roles have touched on a few of those ideas, but there's lots more to do. Personally, I think this is the role expansion I'm most looking forward to, as the opportunity to have a new role as a lawman or even a sheriff would be a really exciting role. You know, it's a lot more exciting than taking pictures or, getting collectibles around the map. And speaking of taking pictures, that leads us on to the 3rd role Rockstar discussed, which is the photography role. Now we can assume this would be an extension of the collector role, since the photographs would be likely collector's items and would have us taking pictures of animals if they introduce them back, and also taking pictures of likely buildings or signature key areas around the map. Another potential area Rockstar could expand on with a future role is photography, which is something we'd love to do, Rockstar told them. If done right, this is something I'm even more excited about than the Lawman vs Outlaws. I can already imagine packing warm clothes, trekking into the mountains, and attempting to get a perfect shot of a grazing moose. Maybe we could get more money for better compositions, or depending on what's happening in the photos. They said, yeah, this is such a cool idea. Photography and allowing players to capture their adventures and moments is really important to us, and it's something we've already established the community love. It's been amazing seeing posses coming together for professional photographs thanks to the latest update. We're really proud of Red Dead Redemption 2 and the world we made, and we obviously have the handheld camera in single player, which is also available in Red Dead Online, with players having a lot of fun capturing Arthur in spectacular fashion, sometimes hilariously so, and we've seen that continue in online. We want to keep building on this and make sure players continue chronicling their experiences as online grows. Now obviously for a photography role to work, if it did revolve around animals, Rockstar would need to do some major changes to the servers in the game to allow animals to continue to spawn properly when we're in full sessions. We've also had Rockstar recently nerf the collector role and try to make the spawns a lot less predictable. However, people have now mapped out all of the spawns so people can once again just wipe the map and clear it of all the collectibles each day and make themselves thousands and thousands of dollars each day. And I guess that's not really how Rockstar intended us to use the collector role. So having a photography role that relied on animal spawns, it's a lot more dynamic. We can't nail down exactly where the animals are at all times. It will rely on us having to search for these photography moments and search for these animals in their spawn locations. So yeah, I hope you guys found this video interesting. As you can see, Rockstar left us a very subtle hint at the lawman and the photography roles they have discussed in the past. Let me know down in the comments which one you guys would rather have first. Would you rather become a lawman or a sheriff first, or would you rather get some sort of new collectible expansion with a photography role? Do let me know down in the comments. Please take a few seconds to leave the video a like, it really helps support the channel, and don't forget to subscribe if you are new so you don't miss out on any future breaking updates. Have a good one guys, and I'll catch you in the next video.